Yo, what's up, everybody? And today we're here with the 52nd episode of the podcast, and this is now going to be a week 5 review. So here we go. Let's get right into it. Let's start off by none other than the Philadelphia Eagles Carolina game. I'll give my take first. So I think it was a very bad game by the Eagles in the first 3 quarters. The offense could not get moving, and the defense was keeping us in it. I think this game definitely hurts how Sam Darnold's going to look later in the season, because the Eagles arguably have one of the worst defenses in football, and when you turn the ball over 3 times, that's not very good. And you throw it, and you let Darius Slay pick it off twice, who's done nothing for the past 2 years of his NFL career. So yeah, that's my thought on that. I think the offense was able to get moving at the end. Hurts did not play well. I think the reality is that Hurts is just not a great QB, and he can't really throw the ball. He's not consistent when it comes to throwing the ball. So yeah, that's my take. Henry, what's yours?
I'm not sure. The Eagles, Sam Darnold looked not very good, especially against an Eagles defense. The Eagles picked it up fourth quarter. The block punt, Quez Watkins' deep pass. I think this game was very bad for Carolina. This is one of their wins. They desperately need to win if they're going to be a good team. So I think this kind of gives us a view of what Sam Darnold is going to look like later into the season.
Yeah. So for our next game, Jets Falcons, I don't really want to talk about that. It's like no one really cares about it. And, I mean, the Falcons, Kyle Pitts had a very good game, though, I'll say that. I don't know what the NFL is doing, though, playing those 2 teams in London. That's my opinion. Because you're presenting football into another country. No one wants, and you present to them Jets versus Falcons. That's my opinion. And Zach Wilson didn't play very well either. Now for our next game, we're going Packers-Bengals. I think this game, it was a decent game, but both teams missed way too many field goals. I think they went on a streak where there was 6 consecutive missed field goals in a row.
There were like 5 missed field goals in 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know what was happening. I think Crosby missed 3 game-winning field goals.
Yeah, he missed 3 game-winning field goals and finally hit one.
I think I can check. I can actually pull that up right now.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
I think it was 3. Let's check. 1 second. Kicking. Mason Crosby, 4 of 7.
Yeah, I was just checking my phone. I was like, yeah, I think Green Bay's gonna win it. Next minute, I know we're in overtime.
Yeah, that was not the best game for
Devontae Adams had a huge week.
Mick Pearson didn't have a good game. I think Burrow played well though. He played
okay.
I think Jamar Chase played well again, as always.
Who was Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams was actually very good. Yeah. Next game, Lions-Vikings. Well, Vikings don't look very good, and the Lions actually look like they're close to getting a win, but they're just not. A good team or a decent team would be able to finish a game, but they can't finish games. But they have been very competitive, if you look at it.
Bro, field goals last minute are haunting the Lions. When Justin Tucker hit the 66-yarder, the score was 19-17. Same score with the Vikings.
Yeah, that's pretty much simple and plain, pretty much. Broncos Steelers. I don't think it means anything for Pittsburgh, really. I think this just proves.
Same thing for Denver. I don't think Denver's going very far.
No,
I think they got a good first 3 starts, but the teams they played were not very good.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think
it was a meaningful game.
This doesn't boost anything for the Steelers, and this does prove that the Broncos just aren't a good team.
They're okay. If they had a good QB. They could be pretty solid because their defense is solid, and they have a pretty good receiver core.
It wasn't, no, the defense, I mean, Bridgewater wasn't even bad yesterday.
Bridgewater played.
Yeah.
I thought it was Locke.
No, he threw for almost 300 yards.
Oh.
Well, I think I don't know, they just didn't play well. Buccaneers, Dolphins, that's probably an easy game you expected. Dolphins haven't looked very good. Buccaneers blew them out as expected. And Antonio Brown went off, which was a bit of a surprise. Sorry. Saints, Washington. I guess Washington's just not a good team, and the Saints look all right. I think Jameis Winston has looked, I'd say, average. I think the first game he was very good, but he has been turning the ball over a little bit more. But overall, his ratio for touchdowns and interceptions is pretty low. Or 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, it says. But I don't know if this is updated or not. I think that's 5, 7. Yeah, 12 touchdowns. Henry, what's your thought on this?
I don't know. Jameis Winston can play insane. Some days he can play terrible. Sometimes he looks like he's playing Hail Mary with the way he's throwing the ball, just kind of chucking it up. So you never know.
Yeah. Next game, Titans Jaguars. We don't have to talk about that. I mean, the Jaguars just don't look like a very good team. I'm just gonna keep it simple and plain. Next game, Patriots Texans. This one was kind of an interesting one. Patriots did come out on top, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you're close with the Texans, to be honest. But I think the Texans. I'm being honest. I think the Texans are a little bit better than what people expected of them. That's how I feel.
I don't know how to feel about the Texans.
I mean, they just played terrible against Buffalo.
Their QB's a rookie, isn't he? His name's like Davis something.
Davis Mills, yeah.
He can be awful, and sometimes he can be like okay.
I mean, I don't know how to think of the Texans. I don't think they're obviously not going anywhere. But me personally, if I was the Texans, I'd just tank. You have no reason to win. You're not getting Deshaun Watson. He's not staying. You have no reason to win. And then get a QB in the draft. Or maybe even hold off a year and wait for Bryce Young. Who knows? Bears Raiders. This was actually a very surprising game. I think this is also proven again for the Raiders. They always start off very hot, and then they turn to complete shit like near halfway of the season. It's actually surprising. We're almost halfway through the season.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Only a few weeks, but I mean, football. It's currently October 11th. Football does not end until September. No, sorry, not September. February 13th. That gives us 4 more months of football. So I'm pretty. I mean, there's a lot of time left. For our next game, we have the Giants. Giants in Dallas. This was a interesting game. A lot of people got hurt. Kadarius Toney had a very good game. I feel bad for Saquon, although it's a very minor injury. I do feel bad for him.
Honestly, when I saw him get hurt, bro, it looked like it was way worse. I mean, ankle sprains are bad for running backs. They might be out a week or 2 or 3, but you never know. Like, it could progress.
The reason why it wasn't that severe is because it was way too low in his ankle for it to be serious.
Yeah.
Or just to be like a torn ACL. Now
torn ACL.
Yeah, and then Daniel Jones obviously got hurt. He was wobbling. He got up and then literally he was like spitting out blood on the field.
Wasn't he at a concussion?
Yeah, I think he does. I'm pretty sure. Usually you're not. He was so off balance when he got up. You could just see, like, he fell down as soon as he got up. He was wobbling. Our next game, Browns Chargers. This could arguably be one of the better games you'll see this year, my opinion personally. Mike Williams went off again, so I'm keeping him. not to go too off topic, but we did talk about in a previous video how if he's a start, bench, or cut, I'm putting him as a start at this point. I think he's looked very good so far, and I think there's no reason not to start him. Anyway, I think Herbert is looking very good. I think it's safe to say that Herbert is starting to live up to from what he was expected from this year in his year 2. Looking way better. Me personally, he's way better than last year. And he's only going to keep improving in the future. Herbert is so young and so talented, and he has so much time to improve.
He has so many weapons on offense.
He does.
Definitely helps.
And the defense looks decent. I mean, the defense didn't play too well this game, but they still won, and they've looked decent this year, to be honest.
Mm.
The only team they've lost to was a good team, and that was Dallas, who I think is actually a very underrated team. Like that should be seen a lot more by others.
Like I said.
You didn't think they were going to be one of the top 5 teams. Huh?
I did.
No, you didn't. You said they were going to be good, not top 5.
No, I did not.
Whatever. You didn't say they were going to be. It doesn't even matter. Okay. Niners, Cardinals. I think this was a decent game. It wasn't very high scoring. All I can say is Kyler Murray has looked fantastic. Arizona's looked very good. I think by the looks of it, who knows what's going to happen with Arizona? Are we able to trust them or?
Let me tell you what's going to happen. Okay. So they're going to be the 1 seed in NFC because they're literally the most dominant team in the league, and their defense is good, their offense is good. So they're number 1. But what I think is going to happen is in the playoffs, Kyler Murray is just going to be kind of have an off game or maybe nervous because it's his first playoffs, and he's going to lose to, like, I don't know, the Packers or something.
In the second round, you're saying?
Yeah, I think they'll win the first round if they play like a terrible team or not.
Well, I don't think. Me personally, I don't think they'll be the first seed. I think LA will end up taking over first place in that division. I don't think it's going to be hard for the Cardinals to maintain playing like this.
Personally, I don't know because the Cardinals have so many weapons. I just feel like didn't they beat the Rams already?
They did, but that doesn't. I mean, look, this happened. Like
the Cardinals are so good.
They started off very well and then didn't play that well. Now,
they're just overall.
I assume they'll be a playoff team, right?
Yeah, of course.
They probably will, but I don't think they're going to be what we're picturing them. I think Herbert or Josh Allen is going to win MVP this year. That's my.
Did you say Herbert's going to win MVP?
I think Herbert or Josh Allen.
No, I'm thinking Allen or Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's been phenomenal.
We'll see. He has, but we'll see. Now for our final game, and this is being filmed on Monday night. The Ravens-Colts game just started, so after this, I'm going to go right to the game. Bills-Chiefs. There's nothing to say, really. I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs. They have not.
Yeah, the Chiefs are not looking good.
They're a mess. I don't know what's going on. The defense isn't good. Offense didn't play well. But if we're being honest, Mahomes' pick 6 was not his fault. It hit right off of Hill's hands on a slant route. And yeah, there's not much really else to say.
Wait, do the Eagles have the same record as the Chiefs?
Yes, they actually do.
That is weird.
It is very weird. All right, well, that'll wrap up this episode. Just wanted to give you a quick little update. Very soon we will be switching to Apple Podcasts. Not completely though, but we are going to be filming a lot more on Apple Podcasts. But we will still be active on YouTube no matter what. And me and Henry can guarantee you that. But it's probably going to be.
You can.
Huh?
You definitely. I will post on YouTube no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably post. We'll obviously start leaving the links to our Apple Podcast channel in the description when we start it. That'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.